Is Arc Raiders worth the money in a time with such selection in battle royales and other extraction shooters? I, along with many, probably had no idea that Arc Raiders was even a thing until just recently. The free playtest, or the server slam, has surprised everyone with a refreshing and punchy bit of game set in a kind of machine-ruled world full of barely surviving human scavengers hunting for parts and materials. But at this point in time, even though this is just a taste, it might not sell itself well enough to the world, even to the crowd I think they're going for. Here's why. This aesthetic is definitely not a majority favourite, to be honest. It's a unique game with a unique flavour and a kind of Fallout steampunky presentation. This kind of thing has worked well in games, but not all consistent with big multiplayer shooters. The guys behind this game, Embark Studios, who made the finals, are certainly staking their claim for unique and interesting styling. Honestly, this look is probably going to thin numbers on the people interested in Arc Raiders. What we've been teased in the character creation and customization thus far feels a little meh, but it's early days of course, and I find the aesthetic growing on me as it is so built into the feeling of this world. The Embark team have put a lot of love into the world they're crafting, and I think they are truly pioneering something so excitingly new. The game is like $60 Australian. It's not big ticket, but it's no chump change, that's for sure. I could get half a tank of fuel for that, and then get a $200 fine for going 3 kilometers over the speed limit, and be $60 less well off to pay those bloody thieves, alright? Yeah, so it's some money. Of course, games are hard to make. This is a great game. It runs deliciously, it feels great, and has certainly refined what it's trying to do. It's got the goods, but some people speculate whether it's enough for what it's trying to be anyway. An extraction shooter. A highly tense, endlessly frustrating phenomena of game genre. One often wonders why the hell they're doing this to themselves in Extractors. If it's even worth the time given the threat to everything you have at all times. Imagine how much of a chump you feel having spent so much time to get out with some scrappy bullshit only to die and lose it all. I think I'm dead. Ugh. You paid for that experience too. Double chump. However, you did not pay chump change for the game. So I guess you can subtract one chump from that and you're back in standard chump territory. Congrats. Jokes aside, this is just the nature of this kind of game, and Arc Raiders is probably the best experience I've had in an extraction shooter. But that's not all. It's not just about your insecurities and lack of finances, Chief. Let's address the real elephant in the room. This is a sick game. Seemingly out of nowhere, things pick up real quick in Arc Raiders. Between the frustrating encounters with the Arc drones keeping you on your toes and seriously making your life hell if you aren't locked in, and cohesive squads of other raiders working against you and your mates. I've never felt such exciting, fulfilling tension in a game like this. This game is brand new, but it feels so fleshed out, like it's been here forever. Your character feels weighty and satisfyingly real and fragile at the same time. Firing at targets and hammering through shields and flesh is impactful, but you do have to earn it in this game. We've only seen a minuscule glimmer of what's going to be in the full release, but still will the looting, combat, gear fear loops stand a meaningful test of time. The game seems exclusively to feature this PvP environment if you want to play, with no PvE options for the more casually inclined in sight. You could argue that the reason anyone continued to play that absolutely horrendously miserable pit of a game, Escape from Tarkov, was because it gave you an experience like no other shooter. It's all in the tension, and you know Embark are aiming for that because they ask you in this playtest to rate how tense things feel. I love so much about how Arc Raiders feels, and I truly support and want the best for the people behind the game because they have been responsible for some of my favourite games ever. But even I'm thinking like, damn, I would play the hell out of this in a PvE experience, especially if it was co-op with friends. But since it's not, for now, let's just say if you're going to go in solo, good luck with those bloody drones because holy hell are they a nightmare. And what is their story anyway?
It's time to go!
I'm down. There's a lot of story here in Arc Raiders, you can feel it, but in this playtest, while I'm feeling it, I'm not realising and properly understanding more about the world, why we're here and doing this, what the arcs are all about, why as soon as we're out of Esperanza, every raider is just out to blast holes through one another when the arc robots are already attempting to do so. How do we explain the famously consistent infighting between humans trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world when they have a clear common enemy out there in the world around them? Again, this is all probably there, but I'm just getting breadcrumbed odd bits of information. Perhaps this is exactly the point. They could be going for a Souls-like approach where the game feeds things to you progressively and you therefore become more invested, feeling like you're sort of getting it as you go, not being spoon-fed. I want to know more, and I am very excited for the story-driven theme around this game. So here we have a morsel of what's to come, and the game's going to give us the whole shebang. At the end of the day, like it or hate it, for all the change it brings, Arc Raiders is exactly what we need. It's a stand-apart breath of fresh air that not everyone fully understands yet. People are kind of scared of change and they don't like certain words like extraction shooter, but to quote Steve Jobs, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. And this game is going to get some serious followers, believe you me. Embark are no spring chickens in the arena of making crazy fun video games. Hell, the finals has been underneath our noses this whole time and it's just top of its class for what it does. This test has got me proper excited as someone who had no knowledge at all of Arc Raiders before a mate clued me in on it very recently. In summary, not only do I think Arc Raiders is going to be worth every dollar, I think the game is on course to make history as more people come around and give it a crack over time. In a time where people think gaming is dead, here we see a contender coming forward to remind you, it certainly is not. I apply this mindset of I'm just one person, meaning if I feel or think a certain way on things, then I can't be the only one. And there's probably plenty of people who are just sleeping on Arc Raiders. Yeah, a lot of us saw the reveals and that in the presentations and gaming conventions, but there's just so many bloody games out there, man. It's just mayhem. Not all games are created equal either, right? So we really need to pick where we invest our time because we don't want to waste it on so much slop. Thanks, money printer mindset. AAA devs, pull your bloody fingers out, you Gaming these days is just massive, and it comes with an oversaturated market of opinions and sentiment that should you be one to take issue with a game and want to see complaints about it, or vice versa, you love it and you want more good commentary, pick your poison. Careful not to choose an echo chamber that pulls you away from just having fun because reviews and shit. I try to have my opinion but see the good for what it is and just, play stuff because I want to have fun. Games are fun. Have fun. Try Arc Raiders. In the meantime, if you're still here, then in this next video is a decent little bit of solo play where I barely escape with my life. I have in my possession a rare card that I want to extract with, but I run into some serious trouble and things quickly get desperate.